Hello, this is Jungle Jargon. I'm making this video because I'm concerned about people. I'm concerned about the direction that the world is taking. It's like they have no direction, they have no purpose, they don't know where they're going, they don't know who they are, they don't know much of anything that's happening or going on around them. They're just going with the flow. Whatever they see somebody else doing, they're going along with it. So this video that I'm making is directed to all your wise men, all your teachers, your professors, your scientists. They're not telling you the whole truth. If something's not entirely true, it's entirely deceptive, and they're deceiving you. They're leading you the wrong way. They're telling you the wrong thing. They're telling you things that aren't true. So this video is not for wise guys. This video is directed to all the wise men out there. All the wise men that are saying the wrong things. They're not telling the truth. The evidence shows that we have a maker. And you're not telling people we have a maker. The fact that we have a maker makes all the difference in the world. It's the difference between telling the truth and telling a lie. There's no good reason for you not to want to tell the truth. And if you don't tell the truth, there's something possessing you. There's something controlling you. There's something enslaving you. There's no good reason for you not to want to tell the truth that we have a maker. All the evidence supports it. No evidence supports the idea that things came into being on their own, by chance, without a reason, and just happen to make all the wonderful life forms that we see. Everything has a cause. That's science. Science is all cause and effect. It's all observable. It's all directed. It works because it was made to work. Science works only because it was made to work. If it wasn't made to work, it wouldn't work. Besides being made to work, it has to be ordered. It has to be directed. Life forms are directed. They consist entirely of directed mechanisms, parts, functions. Everything is the result of a pre-existing word. Everything in life forms. There was a pre-existing word that is the cause of every life form there is. You can't have working parts without having a maker. You can't have ordered working parts without a maker. You can't have mechanisms without a maker. You can't have anything that functions as directed without having a maker. Objects are not responsible. Objects and forces did not make us what we are. There's a law of disorder. The law of disorder means that there's more disorder than there is ever any order, any direction. Everything in the universe is without being directed. Except for life forms. Since life forms are directed and ordered, we know there's a maker. Since most of the most common elements are essential working parts inside of us that we consist entirely of, they have a maker. So the maker of the elements is the maker of all matter in the universe. So the maker of our working parts is the maker of the universe and everything in the universe. We wouldn't know that if it wasn't for the function that we see in life forms. But since we see that life forms have function, working parts, mechanisms that work as directed, we know they have a maker. No working part can exist without having a maker. So, what's wrong? What's wrong with your teaching? What's the matter with you? What possesses you to be saying that things are responsible for themselves, being what they are? What's your excuse? You don't have any evidence at all that natural causes made us. We're not the result of natural causes. Because there's no natural force that organizes anything at all. And we're organized. We're working as much as our DNA is working. Wherever our DNA is not working, we no longer have that function. We no longer have that ability. We're not able to do or comprehend what we would have if the function was still working. The fact is that we're getting worse. We're not getting better. Our DNA is being corrupted on a continual basis. This is a fact of science. There's no getting around it. We're not getting better. We're getting worse. Mutations are not able to organize anything in the genome. Only the genome is able to reorganize the genome. Natural selection can only select what the genome reorganizes. The genome is continually repairing itself, continually reorganizing itself. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here, because mutations corrupt and they alter and destroy information. And whatever the genome can scrape back and put back together, it does. And that's the reason why we're still here. Is because the genome was made to function. It was made to work. It's a technology that's been working for over 6,000 years now, without becoming obsolete. We're still here, we're still functioning, as long as the DNA is able to put us back together again. But it can only do so as directed. The DNA is not able to do something that it doesn't have directions for. And even possible mutations are limited to whatever information the genome does have. And just because it's a mutation doesn't mean it's a good thing. More than likely, it destroys and nullifies and makes us worse off. Mutations aren't good. It's what kills us. We get old, wrinkled, because of mutations. So my question is, what's wrong with you? Why are you saying and teaching something that has no basis in fact? Why do you continue to insist on teaching children a fantasy that never existed? There's no evidence. There's no evidence that objects are responsible for what we are, or forces of any kind. Physical forces. The evidence that we have is that the word is a result of a pre-existing word. That's the evidence that we have. Every life form has a pre-existing word that makes it what it is. Life form is entirely dependent on that pre-existing word being what it is, intact. The more corruption that the word has, the worse off the life form is. Right now we're on the verge of losing a species that we have admired to some extent. The Tasmanian devil is about to become extinct because of mutations. It doesn't take much to destroy the genome. It doesn't take much to corrupt the genome so that it's no longer viable. And that's what mutations do.